Buddy, I got breaking news. This is breaking news. This just happened. I am rushing this video out. There is no time to waste. So let's just get right into it. Henry Cavill, Superman. Now, famously, I did not love Zack Snyder's DC Universe. I actually thought it was kind of a big old mess, and I think a lot of people agree with me. But I have to admit, there's something about Henry Cavill as Superman that I liked. I think he did a good job of portraying that character with the kind of warmth and humanity that you need. Zack Snyder kept trying to make him darker and dark and brooding, but when he was at his best, when he was the big blue Boy Scout with the big smile on his face, I kind of liked him. And I think a lot of people agreed, which is why we were excited as recently as, what was it, like 2 months ago when we heard, well, Henry Cavill's back as Superman. And we said, well, okay, that's great. That's great news. He even quit the TV show The Witcher. A lot of people surmise it was that he quit The Witcher specifically to be Superman again. We don't know if that's true. But regardless, it seemed like we were set up for a DC universe featuring our good friend Henry Cavill. And again, as we saw in Black Adam, here he is.
There's no one on this planet that can stop me.
I can call in a favor and send people who aren't from this planet.
All right, so Viola Davis, what's her, oh God, what's the name of the character? Somebody in the comments remind me what the name of the evil black lady from Amanda Waller. I got it. All right. Black Adam goes, nobody can stop me from this planet. And she goes, well, what about this? And this was the big tease from Black Adam, a movie that's like, what is it, a month old, a month and a half? We just saw Henry Cavill as Superman. Let's take a look. Comes out of the mist.
Anyone's made the world this nervous.
They filmed this big cameo.
Black Adam.
Not only did they film this big cameo, they had a big cameo in the upcoming Flash movie they brought him back to film. Everything was set to bring Henry Cavill back as Superman. Again, this was October. Henry Cavill confirms his return as Superman to be in Black Adam. I mean, I'm going on and on and on, but obviously I'm doing what I always do, and I shouldn't do it. I'm burying the lead. What's the story? The story is it's over. Henry Cavill is no longer Superman, as confirmed by the new head of DC, whatever the hell, James Gunn. This is James Gunn. This came literally 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago, I see this tweet. That says Peter. Peter, that's his partner. God, I forget his last name. But that him and James Gunn are the architects of the new DC Extended Universe, or I think they've changed the name to the DC Experience. I don't fucking know. Anyway. There's been a lot of speculation about, are they going to try and find a way to take these Zack Snyder characters, Henry Cavill, Superman, Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, both very beloved by the fans, even if the movies weren't that good. Ben Affleck seems already out, but there was also Michael Keaton Batman. Are they going to, find room for him? And it sounds like the answer is no. And this also raises a lot of questions because, again, James Gunn directed this whole Peacemaker series, which was also set in this Snyderverse, or at least the universe that Snyder had kind of set up. I mean, does that mean Margot Robbie, Harley Quinn is gone, the Suicide Squad is gone? It kind of sounds like he's gonna clean house. Let's just read it. Peter and I have a DC slate ready to go. We couldn't be more over the moon about it. We'll be able to share some exciting information about our first projects at the beginning of the new year. Among those on the slate is Superman. Okay. And a big thing from David Zaslav, the guy who took over Warner Brothers and is like cleaning house, he's going, how do we own Superman? We're not putting out a Superman movie every 2-3 years. I kind of agree with him. Superman's a big character. I mean, they put out the Batman movies. Those like Batman gets all the attention, but Superman is a character that, if done right, could be a big moneymaker for Warner Brothers. So, among those on the slate is Superman. In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on an earlier part of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill. But we just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future. Well, that doesn't make any sense. If you're focusing on an early part of Superman's life, we saw in the Man of Steel, we did the Superman origin story. Is there room for a teenage Superman that then becomes adult Henry Cavill? No, there really isn't. There's really no room there for that story, which implies that this is going to be an all-new Superman. Being part of the slate, I assume it's a movie. James Gunn confirms, yes, it will be a Superman movie. Are you writing, directing? I am writing and have been for a while. We don't know who's directing yet. So this is something he's been planning. 1 second. Sorry, I'm talking a mile a minute because this is crazy news. This is the first major confirmation, other than last week's confirmation that Wonder Woman 3 is out. So we don't know if that means Gal Gadot is out, but if you're getting rid of Henry Cavill, why would you keep Gal Gadot? Why would you keep Jason Momoa as Aquaman? I think they're just going to start it all over. We have a response. This is Henry Cavill confirming. I've just had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran. Sad news, everyone. I will not, after all, be returning as Superman. After being told by the studio to announce my return in October, prior to their hire, this news isn't the easiest, but that's life. Yeah, what a kick in the dick. How fucked is that? The fans, remember, there was a thing at Comic-Con where everybody said Henry Cavill was going to be announced as Superman again. It didn't happen. The fans were revolting, and Warner Brothers said, you know what? The fans clearly want you back, Henry. We want you back. We're going to put you in Black Adam. Go announce to everybody. And he gave them so much free press by going out and saying, I'm back as Superman. Come watch my big return in Black Adam. Like, he probably sold, maybe $1 million worth of Black Adam tickets just because you knew you were going to get to see Superman again. I don't know. That's an estimation, but he did right by Warner Brothers. And now 2 months later, they go, you know what? James Gunn doesn't want you. I don't put this on James Gunn. I'm not mad at James Gunn. The problem has always been Warner Brothers not knowing what they're doing and being like, well, we'll just make it up as we go along. No, if you knew that James Gunn, and they knew because they were planning it, or they were at least planning to have a new head who was going to decide everything, you should not be filming cameos. You should honestly put the brakes on everything until you have a guy in charge who goes, okay, here's what we're going to do, and a plan you're going to execute on. Instead, you have like 80 people with their fingers in the pie, running out being like, oh, Henry, you're back, you're Superman. Tell everybody, tell all your fans. And he went out, he told all their fans, now he's got to tell them out, sorry, I'm not involved. James Gunn made it sound like, hey, maybe there's exciting possibilities. What exciting possibility could there possibly be? I don't know, like he shows up as an alternate reality Superman. It's not going to happen. The changing of the guard is something that happens. I respect that. James and Peter have a universe to build. I wish them and all involved with the new universe the best of luck and the happiest fortunes. For those who have been by my side through the years, we can mourn a bit, but then we must remember Superman is still around, everything he stands for still exists, and the examples he sets for us are still there. My turn to wear the cape is past. This is so sad. But what Superman stands for never will. It's been a fun ride with you all onwards and upwards. God, this is like such a kick in the dick to Henry Cavill. I feel genuinely bad. And I feel bad for James Gunn that he's in the tough position of being like, listen, this whole franchise is a fucking mess. I'm sure he would love to use Henry Cavill, but he's like, I can't use you and not throw out, all this other stuff. I have to start over fresh. It doesn't make sense to bring you over. Is it possible they could do a Crisis on Infinite Earth, start a new timeline? Sure, but it's so messy that I kind of understand James being like, listen, man, the only way for me to save this Warner Brothers experience is to just take everything that didn't work, get rid of it, and start over. And Man of Steel was okay. Batman vs Superman was like a nightmare. The idea that Metropolis is across a river from Gotham, the hell is the point of that? Zack Snyder completely dropped the ball on all of this. Anyway, I mean, this is just disappointing news all around. It's exciting in a way to see, well, James Gunn's going to completely do everything from scratch. I don't know if that means, is this Peacemaker going to get canceled? I mean, that show did very well. I can't imagine that they cancel Peacemaker, especially when that was James Gunn's pet project. So is he only going to keep around the parts of the Warner Universe that he specifically, loves? Or like Suicide Squad, we were talking about, there might be more. I have no idea. This is all so messy. All I know is I feel terrible for Henry Cavill. He gets the big return. You're back as Superman. What a great day. Quits his TV job. He's all excited to star in the movies again. And they go, you know what? Fuck you. It's not good. It's not a good look for anyone. Guys, what do you think? Is this the right choice to make? I understand James wanting to start fresh, but part of me also understands, like, you have a great Superman that people love. How could you not try to find a way to incorporate that? Same with Wonder Woman. I mean, Gal Gadot, whatever, she's not the greatest actress, but people like her portrayal, and getting rid of Wonder Woman 3 is all so bizarre that were just kind of like chopping these characters off, just going, yeah, you know what, pretend they didn't exist. I don't know what's going to happen when that Flash movie hits. They're talking about the Batman universe might join the main DC universe, so Matt Reeves' Batman might be a part of this main canon. It's all so confusing. But guys, let me know, was this the right decision for Warner Brothers and DC Universe Studios, whatever the fuck you want to call it? Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and we got more cool news coming your way. Vito Nation, stick with me, buddy. I love you.